This is Raun Crawford on a set of Terror Tales on the segment of Radical Video, and you're watching Groovey.TV.
Hey, this is Groovy. I'm here with the man, Raun Crawford. Almost got it. Damn it. This man is amazing. You do so much cool stuff. We're on the set of Terror Tales, which you have such a big part of. How are you, man?
Good, man.
Yeah?
I'm freaking awesome. Sitting here with friends, filming movies. That's the best thing in life, man. That's the best part of life, I think. I'm a film buff. I love movies, and I've been in every aspect of making a movie. And
you really have every aspect. It's true.
Yeah. I've done quite a bit. You know, I started doing special effects makeup when I was 2003, and I did it from 2003 to 2007. Okay. I worked on a movie called Nether Beast Incorporated, directed by the Ronalds brothers down in Phoenix, Arizona. About a $2 million budget movie, and great atmosphere to work in. Great first time learning, because not only that, but I worked with some A-list celebrities, in my opinion. You know, like Robert Wagner and Dave Foley and Judd Nelson, and and it was something that I learned, and that was my very first movie I was ever on. And then from then on, it was just history, and I fell in love with being on set, man. So, yeah.
And like I said, like, you've done so much stuff, and you helped build. Like, right now, we're in the middle of an '80s video store, and I lived through the '80s. You know, I flourished in the '80s, and I've been in these things 1,000 times, and it is exact. Like, the next room over is mind blowing. So I got to give you kudos for this set. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It was a lot of Jimmy, a lot of Kevin, man. I got brought in a little bit later, but I'm here to stay now, and I just want to help. Right. You know, I love making movies, and I feel like I have such an artistic background that I feel like I could add a lot to the benefit of making movies. Right. And that's Jimmy kind of saw that and went with it, so I was like, okay.
That's awesome. Now, this is being called the Expendables of horror by the press. How do you feel about that?
I can't consider the Expendables of horror. I think the original Expendables of horror, in my opinion, was Bushmaster. Oh, yeah. Bushmaster brought everybody that you could possibly think of into one movie, and that to me was the Expendables of horror. You know, and it was a great movie.
Make Expendables the Wishmaster of action movies.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, but yeah, it's different segments, so it's basically it's kind of like in the same style as Tales from the Crypt, Creep Show. It's little segments,
which I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah. So you got 3 segments, and then it's gonna have a wraparound story with it. So that's what basically Terror Tales is all about. Right. This one, Radical Video, is like you said, '80s video store. It's just awesome, man.
Wait till you see this movie. You're gonna go, wow, they went back in time for real. Especially the costuming and everything. Yeah. So what's up next for you, man?
Well, I own my company, and I do Crawford carvings, and I've been doing that. I also do celebrity promoting. I've been doing that for 5 years out here in Denver. So I got a show coming up in November. I don't know a date, location. We're still putting all that together, but Jan wants to do a meet and greet, but we're going to do something really cool. Okay. And Jan speaking, it's Jan Birch from People Under the Stairs. And he wants to come out and actually dress in his Stairmaster makeup. We're going to do photo ops for our fans and stuff like that. And then because of it being in a later movie, Jimmy and I have been talking, and we're trying to get one of these segments done so we can show during that whole event. So that's going to be something cool to look out for. Other than that, I'm here working with Jimmy for right now, man.
That's awesome. But like with your art, your carvings and everything, like sometimes you put together these amazing pieces that are huge and intricate, but you also do small ones, and it's all over the board. Like, how did you get into this carving?
I actually held the contract for the Rocky Mountain Barrel Company for 4 years. I was their only custom engraver for 4 years. So I have artwork and last time I counted, man, 35 different states and 3 countries. And I'm over, I think I'm over like 700 different pieces of art now through barrels and pieces of wood and signs. And I've carved just about everything you can think of. When it comes down to logs, I've carved a log. When it comes down to barrels, I've actually put people's logos on barrels, you know. So I've been staying busy with that when I was working with them. And then I kind of separated myself with them because as an artist, you cannot take away somebody's creativity. And they didn't want me to add color, and I'm like, no, I can't do that, man. I'm like, my mind's just going, and I want to do that kind of stuff. And as I left, that's what I started incorporating. So started incorporating like different stain colors and stuff like that when it comes to carvings. And the stains, I have the entire rainbow in stains. Like I could take a piece of wood and literally paint a rainbow on it with just stain colors.
I know, like you post your stuff all the time. I'm blown away. Like 90% of the time, I'm like, holy crap, this guy is amazing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's not bullshit. That's like, holy fuck, you're good.
I have an interesting background. I learned a lot of my wood engraving. And one of the little tricks I learned was growing up in Pennsylvania. I worked with the Amish. Okay. I worked with them for 5 years, and one of the things that we had to do is we had to brand our palettes before they came out, and that's where my wood burning idea came in, because when I do my carvings, I create a negative and a positive, and then my negative is already open, so the positive is what connects with the flame first, and that's what draws my black lines.
Oh, wow.
So I use a torch to draw my lines when I'm carving. So all that black in all my pictures is all torched. It's not painted on. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so I learned that just as a little trick from working with them, and then went to the Marine Corps, served 4 years in the Marines, got out, moved to Phoenix, and when I was in Phoenix, I worked for a company called Alchemy Makeup Effects, owned by Michael Peterson, and he's the one that taught me a lot of special effects makeup and stuff like that, and I just went with it, man, you know, and being on set, besides the birth of my daughter, is probably the best thing in the world, man. You know, I love being on set. And that's what makes a movie. If you get everybody that's on set and they just have that passion and that love to make a movie, the movie's going to be good. And I see that in Jimmy here on Terror Tales, and I see that in all the extras, and see that in all the people trying to help out. And
I've seen it all day long. Like, everyone is totally passionate about this.
Yeah. And I think the more passion you put into something, the freaking better it's going to be. And being an anthology, I believe it's going to take off, man, because this day and age attention span is so short. You can't, it's hard to sit through an hour and a half of a movie or 2 hours worth of movie. And doing an anthology, each story is, 15, 20, 25 minutes long, and it's perfect for what is going on in this world. So I think he's hitting it right on the head when he's doing this movie Terror Tales. And that's why I was like, what do you need? I was like, you got my hands. What do you want? So
let's put together a video store.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'll definitely come down and definitely help you. And I've been down here about 3-4 times now helping these guys.
That's awesome.
Just donating my time, and I've literally taken off work to just be down here. So I'm like, I don't care. I'm making a movie. Yeah, that's what makes me happy. So.
Oh yeah, and I love being on set too. It's incredible. It's a great experience. If you've never been involved with, you got to. So let's cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, man.
I love my beer. I can't help it. I don't drink a lot. I'm not an alcoholic, so don't think that of me. I'm bigger in the weed industry. In fact, come see me at the Options Medical Center on 44th and Garrison. I'm going to throw a pitch out there. Yes, I just did.
Well done. Weed's legal here. Thanks so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Cheers.
Thank you.
It's Groovy. I'm here with the man, the Renaissance man, Raun Crawford, Denver, Colorado, Terror Tales set. And I almost fell out of the chair. Bye.
Thank you.